Please welcome our next speaker, JD Strode, an experienced solution engineer at Intershop with over 12 years of leadership experience. He recently graduated in data science and focused on B2B commerce. Using his strong problem-solving and communication skills, he delivers creative solutions and helps drive technology-driven growth. Welcome, JD.
All right. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm going to take over the screen. And as has been pointed out, I'm a solutions engineer here with Intershop, and we will be continuing our discussion around B2B conversion, specifically how AI is changing the game, and how you can utilize it with Intershop to accelerate your e-commerce initiatives. So, number one, I want to highlight many of you that are here probably likely already know that Intershop is very mature, industry-leading B2B e-commerce solution. It's feature-rich and it's truly built to maximize customer experience. But what you might not be aware of is that we've made significant investments recently in AI to future-proof the platform. And what I want to show to you today is how you can use some of those the same powerful components that we've had that are now all surrounded with that AI core to accelerate your maturity within you're within your digital customer journey for your customers, and also within your platform itself. So first, I just wanted to take a quick look at the infinite buying journey here and how it contributes to conversion. I think it's important to establish that B2B is not B2C, right? It's very complex. We all know this. There's different personas. Each persona has their own unique needs, and what reduces friction within their particular journey and contributes ultimately to more revenue within your business. Also, everyone's business is likely very different with different needs and business models, therefore. But what is common among every journey is that we need to ultimately try to reduce friction, build trust, establish a deeper relationship and credibility within it. So what we're going to do is discuss next within the context of a digital maturity model here. So this is a representation of the digital customer experience in maturation stages, each one becoming more advanced over time. Arjun, I think if you want to go ahead and mute your mic there. So as you continue to move up each stage, there's increasingly more automation and more transparency to your customers, and therefore a greater experience, better operational efficiencies, and really more revenue and conversion, which is what we all want to see. So how can you start improving and maybe skip steps, or maybe not make this such a black and white thing? There are absolutely shades of gray within this journey. And so what I hope to showcase today is how you can leverage the core AI components within Intershop to boost and level up your capabilities in e-commerce to get you closer and closer to the initiatives that are important to your business. Specifically, we're going to look at Sparque.AI and Intershop Copilot, and I'll review those in a second in further detail. We also have the Business Data User Hub, or Data Hub, and the Integration Hub as well, but we will not be covering those as they don't pertain as much to conversion. Next, how can AI help? So according to Gartner, these are the primary use cases where customers and the analysts feel that AI can help boost your business, your e-commerce business. So we see customer segmentation is extremely high, product Sorry, these are very small on my screen here. I think I would have them memorized. Product categorization and personalization are all very high on the list. So everywhere you see a dot here on this slide, we're actually going to see a use case today, just briefly touch through them kind of in a teaser fashion, showcasing how Intershop is already integrating these use cases into our existing experience. All right, so a quick overview of those core components, specifically Sparque.AI and Intershop Copilot. I think with Sparque.AI, that's a solution that we purchased a few years back to really drive personalization at a user level. It's important to know that one of the differentiators is that it's not a black box solution, and you can leverage the precision and scalability of AI, but also moderate and bend it to the specific context of your business. As we know, everyone's business is different. Some people are doing a lot of repeat purchases and orders, where maybe another business may be focused around spare parts and service scheduling, things of that nature. So it's important to take that context in, and that is where Spark really shines. And then we have Intershop Copilot. This is a generative AI virtual assistant tool powered by Azure OpenAI, and it is trained specifically for e-commerce use cases and fully integrated into Intershop via API. So we will see some use cases today showcasing support for sales and service, for e-commerce managers themselves, and for buyers. All right, so let's jump right into some use cases here. Here we're seeing our merchant copilot. This is Gen AI specifically for product management. Everyone's having data quality issues these days. Maybe they don't have enough of it, maybe they have too much of it, and it hasn't been refined or cleaned. Here we have a direct integration into the back end of Intershop, and you can see in the short clip here where we are giving it a prompt directly within the application and receiving some enriched product details for the product specifically we're looking at. We also have a storefront view on the left-hand bottom side, where you as a marketer can actually view the storefront as your customer, so you get a better idea of their experience, and then can interactively converse with the Copilot to enhance maybe the attributes, images, product descriptions, etc. Next is another use case for Merchant Copilot. Let me see. So this one specifically highlights demand-based pricing and promotions. So you can see where we have prompts that the user is inputting into Copilot to pull up reporting, highlight the top selling products, and then actually go in and modify the pricing or a promotion on that product to reflect the demand that currently exists with it. Okay. The next slide here is specific to Spark, and this one specifically, sorry, I'm moving some things around, is all about product discovery. So as I said, Spark is our product discovery, personalization, and recommendation engine. And here we are highlighting how we can personalize the product recommendations within a storefront specifically to that user and leverage behavior-based customer impressions in real time. So we have an item in our cart here, this mouse, and we're seeing the recommendations for other products based off of the cart on the storefront. We can also leverage, there's so many different ways that you can drive recommendations, but I've got a few examples here of frequently bought by others and similar products too. Next is an example of how we are improving the experience with Spark again through personalized navigation and faceting. So specifically in this example, we're prioritizing the customer on the storefront's preferred brands. So we have again an item, this Fujitsu keyboard in the cart in the upper hand corner. And when the customer does a search for tablets, then they're getting Fujitsu tablets first based off of the brand in the cart, followed by maybe some boosting of search results based off of their historical order history. In this case, they are a big fan of HP products. And then maybe lastly, we are layering the logic for the search results to show general popularity next. This is also being showcased within the dynamic faceting on this use case as well, which is extremely impactful for your team as it can take into consideration all of the attributes that are present within the data set, maybe determine that 70% of them are relevant to all of the products, and then automatically assign the faceting from there. The next example is just a quick use case that we found. Oftentimes these days, I think a lot of our customers are struggling with search relevancy. And so this one highlights a use case where we integrated directly with ChatGPT to query our product data and utilizing the search term in this case. So we have maybe the customer is searching for PC and they only got 39 items. The call goes out to ChatGPT to search for synonyms that are present that maybe match our PC. In this case, it's giving notebook. And then you can see that we're getting much more relevant search results and much more results as well. Okay. So now some practical examples from the, well, I guess they're all practical, but real world examples. This is a great story from one of our wonderful customers, MS Shippers. They're an international wholesaler that supplies everything needed for keeping livestock. They chose Spark specifically, my understanding is because it uniquely enabled them to create new recommendation strategies based on their human expertise rather than relying solely on the data to drive all of the AI recommendations. Their goal was to really ensure that their customers do not forget anything on that order. This is a really big deal for their customers because every time a delivery is received to the farmers, there's a lot of hygiene hoops that they have to jump through, like showering and cleaning and cleansing. So if their customers forget to place an order for something and they have to have multiple orders, it can be extremely painful for them. So here's some use cases where they're injecting recommendations within the cart process. So once the customer adds something to cart, they get some recommendations immediately based off of that, maybe frequently purchased products with that. And then also on the right-hand side, we see some browsing and navigation boosting of white label products and some smart recommendations of repeat purchase items as well. Oh, one last thing on this, I think it's really cool. They also leverage seasonal data to determine the frequency of products and the need for products to drive those recommendations as well. So obviously there's different products that are being purchased within the yearly time span for farming. Next up is another great example of Beaumont. I like to talk to this one about how Beaumont's really started with product recommendations, and they saw such great results that they then scaled up to utilize search, use search, personalization, and email as well. So here you can see again a relevancy example where we see some auto suggest examples based off category and product to improve the relevancy, and then some product recommendations that are on the cart checkout page.
Okay, JD, we're kind of running out of time, and I guess I don't know how much more examples you have, but maybe you could, well, kind of wrap up on that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just fly through these quickly. So again, the Copilot's directly integrated with Intershop here. Customer is just querying to look for their RMA request, and the Copilot is pulling the document up, summarizing it, and giving them everything they need. This is extremely helpful for reducing the lift on your team. Here we have another example of assisted buying based off of prior orders. And lastly, a servicing schedule. So I just want to point out that AI has unprecedented adoption, and it's really important that you start getting on board. I think everyone has highlighted that today. Obviously, there are significant hurdles that exist out there. You guys can check out the deck here and analyze those. But I would encourage you to maybe utilize this framework where you can maybe understand the impact of what you want to focus on first, the confidence that you can implement that, and then the ease of doing so. So with that, thank you, everybody. I hope that Intershop can help you on this journey.